Hello, good morning, good noon, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Bear Show. And today we'll have a full review of this URAVEN Gundam. And so before we start our full review, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and please hit that notification bell so that you'll be informed for my next videos. So before we go to the URAVEN Gundam full review, we will disassemble this first into a core Gundam and a Uranus armor. Okay, so here is your core Gundam 2 and your Uranus armor. Okay, so first we'll talk about the core Gundam 2 because this is new. Okay, so now let's talk about the core Gundam 2, and let's remove first all of these extra parts, your weapons and this shield also. Okay, so now let's talk about the core Gundam 2. So this is the new core Gundam, which is in design, it really improves because of the additional edging, the additional clear parts, and also the change of the shoulders. And also, as you can see, it's very obvious at the feet. You can see there that it was changed. Okay, so now, and also at the face sculpt here, we'll focus that later. Okay, so now let's start. So let's start here in the face. Okay, so now you can see here at the face, it was changed into different sculpt, and there are additional clear parts here at the center, the camera here. Now there are two. The upper part is a sticker here, and the lower part is a clear parts. Okay, and the eyes is still a sticker, and now it has these different face sculpt here, as you can see right there. Okay, and also the sides of the head, which now has a different sculpt, and also the shoulders, as you can see here, it has now a different sculpt also. It has a different design. At your core Gundam, it's only a one edge here, but now it has this different edge here, so it has these additional parts already, or additional designs. And now also at the this part here is now different from your core Gundam 1, but here in the forearm and the hands is still the same. Okay, so now in the torso, it's now more different because it has an additional clear parts in this part and this part. So in the core Gundam 1, it still have this one, but in the core Gundam 2, it has these additional parts here. So the red part, it has a little different changes of the design. The skirt also, this little skirt has a different design now. It is more edgy here, which is in your core Gundam 1 is like a block type only. Okay, and here the legs has also difference now. It has an enhancement of the design. As you can see, it has a different sculpt here, and at the back also it has also a different sculpt. At your feet here, it's still the same, but the difference is this one. Okay, it's more it's a little bit pointy, okay, and edgy. Okay, so that is the difference in design. Now let's have at the back, I forgot, at the back, the backpack is still the same, but the beam saber handles now are different. Okay, it has more aesthetics designs here, edgy, and some curvy designs. Okay, and that's it. So now let's go to its articulations. I think it's still the same. So the head can go down and up, just a little bit up, and it can go 360. Okay, and it can do the chicken neck like that. Okay, tilt side to side, yeah, it's okay. Now the shoulders, it can rotate. Okay, and the other side also, it can also rotate in 360. Here the forearm can also rotate, and the same with the other hand or forearm. The elbow, it has a good fold of the elbow right there, and also at the same here. Okay, so at your waist or your torso, it can now go 360 because it has a little more space for your gunpla to move, but it makes the front or the crotch area and the skirt move a little bit. So if you want to lock it, you need to push it back. Okay, and it has a little bit of ab crunch now because of the ball joint. There are two ball joints here, and there are two ball joints here, the upper part and the lower part. Okay, so here at the legs can go kick at the front like that and at the back. So it has a very nice articulation, the same at the other leg. Okay, and the knee bend, it's very nice also. It is the knee. This is the knee of the core Gundam, as we remember, or as you remember, and this will become the knee if we will combine it later with your Uranus armor. So now at the feet has a very nice articulation. It can bend like that, it can move like that, 4D transformations, and it has still this square or a rectangular socket, so we can put the Uranus armor there. Okay, so because it is the core Gundam, it still has this very great articulation of the feet, which it can bend and tilt like that, and the same at the other part. Okay, so there are some only minor issues of this one, and I already make a solution for that, because I know that there are some reviews that there are some loose parts of this Core Gundam 2. As they said, Core Gundam 1 is much better than Core Gundam 2, but it's just a little bit of solutions just to correct. So I see that it has a weak joint here, so what I did is put a little bit of paint, an acrylic paint, no, it's an enamel paint, and I let it dry for 1 day so that it will go hard, so it will have a nice catch of that socket, ball and socket of your shoulder, so now it can move freely and it's not loose anymore. Okay, and also the same problem here at your joint here, and because it's just a paint, so you need to paint it again if it will wear out because of the moving, as you can see. So it's very loose. If you don't paint or put something here so that it will have a more secure joint, waist joint there. So if like this one, the paint wear outs, as you can see here, so the joints will become weak again. So you just need to paint it again here and let it dry for 1 day. Okay, or it's just overnight, it's okay. Okay, so and also this part here, let me see it there, and the paint also wear out, as you can see here there. So I put paint here so that it will have a more secure joints. So if you will put it there, it will have a great articulation, but because of the weak ball joints or weak joints there, the waist joint is very easy to lose. Okay, so just be careful, just follow, make a solution to put some paints, but again, paints will wear out, so that's why you just need to apply again and wait for an overnight so that the paint will dry. Okay, so what are the inclusions of your Core Gundam 2? So you have your weapons here, your beam rifle, and this very beautiful shield, and yeah, it has another con with this shield also. And with the shield, we also have some beam sabers. So the same with the Core Gundam 1, we have a small beam saber, two small beam saber, and two long beam saber. Okay, short and long beam sabers. So now let's try to attach the weapons of the Core Gundam 2. So it's the same with attaching the weapons of the Core Gundam 1. You just need to slot it there. And this one, you need to slot it like this one. So the minor issues here of the shield is this is a heavy shield. It's very heavy for a tiny unit or a tiny gunpla. So you need to pose it and to have it balanced. so that it will not fall. And it's not just a shield, but also you can make it as a back skirt. So how to make it as a back skirt? So first is you need to detach this one, right, and move this one in an angle like this, like that. And this handle here, you need to move it down there or down there. Okay, so after that, you will put this one here, securely put it there. Okay, then you can see here, there is a peg here, a rectangular peg, and this one here, and slide it there, and boom, it's okay. So it has now a skirt, but yeah, it's still a back heavy, but it became a stand for your Core Gundam 1 if it will have this problem of the back heavy back skirt, but it's okay. And there is another one which the Core Gundam 2 will become a core flyer. Okay, so let's have a core flyer mode here. Let's see. So to have this in a core flyer mode, first let's detach these weapons and also detach the backpack. So what we need to do here is we will twist the head like that, and then the arms will be like this, like that, and then also this one, and then next is the legs. We need to rotate the legs like this and rotate the legs and the other leg here like this one, so you can see here, and bend this leg, and bend and rotate this leg like this, and this one also, okay, like that, and okay, like that. And after that is we will attach this here. We will detach this part here and straighten this one, and the handle units must straight it like this, and then attach it like this again, like that, and attach this one here, and attach the rifle backwards like that. Whew. So you have now your core flyer. Let's have this stand so that you can see it more as it's like flying, and attach the core flyer here in its butthole here, and it's done. Now you have your Core Gundam 2 in core flyer mode. So it has this like wing kits formations that if you look here, it's really nice, but if you look under, it's just like the Core Gundam 2 is in a backward position. Okay, so it's very awkward, but at the top it's very okay. It gives the illusion that this is a core flyer. Okay, so that is the core flyer of your Core Gundam. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so before we combine the Core Gundam 2 with the Uranus armor, let's see first the Uranus armor here, or the Uranus unit. Okay, so this is the Uranus unit now. It has a new look, and let me get my Earth 3 unit, or Earth 3 or Earth armor, so that we can compare it. Okay, so here is your Earth 3 unit. So as you can see, the new unit here, or the new armor set here, is much more wider and more sharper, and yeah, it's more bigger than the other unit because it is in the illusion of these two legs here that it is spreading out, so it's much more bigger. And so it has a different attachment now, as you can see at the side there. The attachment of the parts now is in a different position. So your legs in the Earth armor is in the below the arms and the shoulder. parts, but now in your new unit here, the legs is above the shoulder armor and the forearm armor. The position of your skirts and back skirts is still at the back part, and also the front skirts and the arm guards here is still at the back. The attachment of some additional parts is still at the back. So, and also some additional parts, there are still attachment here above, and the weapons is still under or below your unit. So the head sculpt of your Earth 3 or the Earth unit here and the Uranus unit here is much more different. It has a different sculpt here than here, as you can see there, but both have the same, I think they still have the same stickers. Okay, attachment of the V-fins above here, it's more different now than the other. Okay, and I think that's it. That's a difference there. So for the security, so thank you so much, Earth 3. So for the security of this one, there are some loose parts, but again, this armor, the Uranus armor, is just meant to have or to display the armors, but again, the armors will be attached to your Core Gundam 2 so that we can form the URAVEN Gundam. Okay, so there's no such say problem here for the Uranus armor, and there is a special feature here, which there are some extra hands or manipulators of your URAVEN Gundam. So the extra hands can be stored at under your stand. Okay, so we have here 3 extra hands. So we have an open palm and 2 extra holding hands. So we'll try that one when we combine it in your Core Gundam 2, and here you are. As I said, the security of this holding the parts is not so good. Yeah, see. So I will not just put it back because we will just combine it to your Core Gundam 2. Okay, so let's combine them. Okay, so here is the combined Core Gundam 2 and the Uranus armor. So we have here the weapon. So let's talk about this later. So now let's see the aesthetics of this gunpla, the design and aesthetics of this gunpla. So it's very nice. It's a new color. It's something dark violet here, but I think in the camera you'll see it as a dark blue, but honestly it's in a violet color. Okay, as you can see in the box art, it's in a violet color. So now the difference now is that there are added armors here. So the Uranus armor is more in blocky type. It's block type here, more edgy, not so pointy, but just edgy. Okay, so and yeah, so the articulation of the URAVEN Gundam here is still the same with the articulation that you see already in the Core Gundam 2. Okay, so now we will just go to the designs and some additional articulations with the URAVEN Gundam. So the head still can move up. Yeah, let's talk about this later. Cons, there's so many cons here. Okay, now so the head can move still the same, as you can see. Yeah, the joints now is very loose. Okay, because the paint that I put here, the enamel paint that I put here was already wear out. So I will put paint again there after this review. Okay, so just for the sake of the review, you can see already the cons of these very loose joints. Okay, so let's have first the security of the parts. As you can see, okay, there's no problem. So it's still the same style of the Core Gundam 1's armors, the Mergy 1, the V2, the Earth 3, the Mars 4, and the Jupitive Gundam. So the same with the ideas here of your URAVEN. You will still have the feet here, but now the feet has its own secure armor here. It's not like with your Core Gundam 1 that the Core Gundam 1's feet is protruding outside, but now it has its own cases here that it's more clean to see that there are no feet protruding outwards. Okay. Another one is this knee guard here. This is the very long knee guard here that covers the inner frame or the inner part of your Core Gundam 2. So it's just like a protection. Okay, so now let's go to its articulation. Still the same with the head. It can go a chicken neck, up, a little up and a little bit down. It can still go 360. The arms can still rotate without those backpacks, very loose backpack. Another one still can rotate. The shoulders have this little attachment here. It's like a weapon or a scope here, which can move. So the scope has its own joints. It can rotate like that, and it can move like that. It can rotate also at the back like that. So the same as the other part. Okay, so that is the another feature of the shoulder. So the torso here, the armor here is still the same. It's just, it looks like the Earth 3, but maybe more edgy. The arm guard here, or the another armor here, is also okay. It still have a hole, which like your Earth 3 armor. The same with the hands. It has these arm guards. Okay, so let's just get these very loose joints, please. And the skirt, the same. You can separate it, but for me it's okay for me like this. The back skirts still the same. It can't move, but more secure. It's more secure there at the back. The movement, when you put the skirt upward, you can kick all the way there, and to the back, nothing, because of the non-moving skirt or back skirt. The bend at the back, that's just like that. At the front, it can still do the double joint bend. Okay, so the feet still the same. It has still the same articulation. It can still move up and here, and it can still tilt like that and like this. So it has a great articulation. Okay, and I think I put the feet in backwards. Sorry, so technical problems. Let me correct this one. Okay, so now it's corrected. You need to put the feet here, that this white part here will be in this part, and this part is also in this part. So it should be in the outside part, because this part here you can remove it and it will become also a let me get it. That's it. Okay. Oh, okay, here. So let me combine it again, like this one. And if you have a stand here, where is my clear stand? Here, you can attach this there, and it can be a scope like that, because it has a sticker here, a foil sticker, a green reflecting sticker there. Yep. Okay, so that's an additional feature for the leg part. So it will expose this part, but if you're not using this one, you can put it back there securely. Okay, so it's okay. So that's it. So the weapons, let's go now to the weapons. So the weapons here, it will now have a very long weapons, and you can still extend this one. It will go slide. It is retractable, so it can slide like this. Okay, so if you're sniping there and you need a longer or a wider range, you can slide it like that. And if in a shorter range, you can retract it like this one. Okay, so just need to put this handle in your URAVEN like this. And first, you need to remove this white part, this like shield like part of the beam rifle, and you will slot it there, and be sure that this back part will be secure at the back part of your arm. So it reminds me like of the double O units. And this guard here, you will put this one at here, and there are two pegs here. The longer one, you need to put it the gun or the beam rifle, and the other one is at your arms. So it will be like this one. As you can see there, it will be secure and the gun will not fall. Okay, so let's put them back together so that you can see the final pose of the gunpla of this URAVEN. Ooh. Now let's go to the cons of this gunpla. First is this backpack. This is a very loose backpack. It's not very secure because you only put this one here, this peg here, this rectangular peg, this rectangular hole here. So after you put it like this, the beam sabers will be pushed at the front, and because this is very heavy, your unit will do like this one. And it's very awkward, and if you will try to balance it and pushing the torso forward, yeah, the ball joint will give up and you can't do anything. So again, the solution is just to put paint or something here to make it more stiffer. Okay, and another very this part here, see, it's very loose. It's very loose, and I tried to put the beam sabers outside before I click here and put the beam sabers here, but yeah, it must be the correct way, but still the same. It's very loose. So beam sabers here, they are still the same, the short one and the long one, the same method with your Earth 3 or the other Kirtos mobile suit, that you need to detach this handle here, and let me get one. Okay, and let's use the longer one. As you can see, the beam saber here now has a cross slat here, and first I think that you can also put this slat here like that, and then another part like this, and yeah, it is very, wait, it's okay, but more secure is like this one, and it's just the same with the other here. You can put it right like that. Okay, so it's more secure, it's okay, no problem. So again, another cons here is that the joints at the shoulders is very weak. When you put the guns there, it will slowly go down, as you can see, and yeah, it's going down. Even I put another paint there, it's still going down. It's still very loose, and it's much more looser if you don't put some paints inside the joints there. Okay. Whew. So that is our review of our URAVEN Gundam. There are so many cons about this unit, but still, it is a new unit and it has a very good design, but it's just, it suffers more in the connections of the armors and some articulations, especially the backpack and the loose joints or the loose waist joint, and also the shoulder joints. We are a builder, we can fix it. And again, my solution is just putting some enamel paints or acrylic paints or some cements there. So we'll just find some solutions for that cons. Okay, so that's it for the review. So this is the remaining part of the unit and the additional beam sabers. Okay, and we have some extra parts here of the of your Core Gundam 1. You also have some shields there, the part of the shield, and also some parts in the legs, and some PC or polycaps. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you will be informed for my next videos. And I'm sorry for those roosters in my background because I shot this video at 3 a.m. in the morning, because that is the only time that I think that it's very not noisy here. But yeah, the people are sleeping, but the roosters are awake. So I am so sorry, guys. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Good morning, good noon, good afternoon, and good evening, and good night, because I will sleep. Jake De La Paz signing off. Galblabber Show signing off. Bye. Loose joints. Yeah, loose. Bye bye.